Hello everyone, my name is Big Monk. So today we want to talk about the topic about game. So 2025, and they have a new GOTY nominees. They are picked six games about Donkey King and the 33 and Silk Song. And Silk Song, I played it, but I still think Silk Song is not that good game for all the players because it's so difficult to play and he makes you want to stop the play every time because the boss is so difficult. So you cannot be addicted to the game. So it's a very good game for cut your addiction. So well, if you think you play game too much, so you should play Silksong and whatever. So there's some kind of game that I like. It's not in the nominate. So like the Three Kingdoms Origin, and in November I played a new game that's called the Wild Wind Meets. That is a famous game that's in China because the game is made by the NetEase, and we all know that NetEase is a very big game company, and he has a very high ability about developing the new games. So, well, all the time we always think that NetEase will not make a single player game for all the players. So we just disappointed for the NetEase, but he put out a Wild Wind Meet. This kind of yes, it is a net game, so he needs to constantly to provide the service. So in this way, it can call well we say that's a net game, but if you pick up the single player modes and you will just make it to like the Wither 3 or the Legend of Zelda's, and that kind of a feeling that's just like the single player game. So, well, I think when I played it for almost 1 week, and I just feel that game is just on the opposite about the Silk Song. It's a game just to put your game addiction become hell heavier. So well, if you just want to cut down your addiction, so you should not play this game. But if you want to have a time, just go into the game and just to aim it into the game. And I think it's a very good game. So, well, why this game make you very addicted to it? It's just because that first of all, he it's not that difficult. If you play a game like Silk Song, if you fight the boss and you only have three ways to beat the boss, and you have to try and try and try, and you will feel boring. Your brain will feel boring, and you want to quit it because it's so hard work and it's not make you pleasure. So that kind of game is just to cut your addiction. But in the net is the while the wave meets, he give you a lot of mission. He's well when you go into this world, a Chinese sword and magic world. You can use sword and use all the weapons and use a lot of the Chinese magic to make people don't move. And what kind of thing? What a lot of thing in this game. It's just a so Chinese tradition, and you have 100 things to do. First of all, you go to a game and you have to just make your face up. Make your face up is just to make, well, somebody will use two hours to do it because it's so detailed. It has too many detail to add. So this is a very good face make system. So even make the face will take you a lot of time. And when you go to a game, and you will find that you can do anything. It's an open world game, so you can just don't go to the mission and just to first do the map searching and find some kind of a treasure box, treasure chest, and use the like the Zelda, the Legend of Zelda. And well, he has a lot of submission in this game. So when you go to A to B, you will have maybe three or four little submission to do, and you will be very busy about solving all the submission, and you will get a lot of little submission and just add to your list. And this kind of a game is always be very addition because that submission is always a small one and it's not difficult. You always think, well, doing over this, when I just done with that, and I will find another submission, and it will be easy, and it will not take a lot of time, and I just, well, before I sleep, before I go to sleep, I will just do one more submission, and when you just get your mind back, you find you just waste 1 or 2 or 3 hours just doing the submission, and you just stay up late in the night, and you go to bed at the 3 o'clock in the morning. Some kind of like this is always happening in this game. So that little submission setting and a very good story, that kind of story is just to get you go on. You always get something lacked because lack is some kind of thing make you want to complete. For example, you go to the game and you find a horse and you ride on the horse, and somebody steal your horse, and somebody steal your horse and it become a submission, and you, because you lack of the horse, made you cannot moving fast in the big map, so make your searching become too difficult and just too unpleasant, and you will have to find a way to get your horse back, and you have to go to that story. So and that kind of, that is one example. In his main story, you always will lack some kind of ability, or you will lack of some kind of partner, or lack of some kind of the character that you cares, and some kind of you have to save him, and you want to always to get the lack of the of your life to become completed. So you always have to just chasing the story. So sometimes I just want to, well, go in the main story for maybe 1 hour and 2 hour, and that is in my schedule. But you always think that that story you cannot stop. You have to go on. So when you feel you have to go on and go to the boss and fight the boss, it's a boss. It's difficult if you just use recommended difficulty. The boss it's always be difficult. So in that time, you always just well addicted to everything in this game, so you always pay more time than others, and you will tell your mom about that. Well, I don't want to play it so long, but I just wasted 1 or 2 hours or like that way. So well, that's some kind of game that I was playing in my childhood. In my childhood, I play some kind of game. It's not that difficult. They have a lot of things to do and a lot of submissions. You always get a dictation for them, and so in the past time, you always just waste a lot of time on the game. But while the wind way meets, it's some kind of like that kind of a game, and the main story it's just make you to push, and the submission is small and easy, and it just take time, and you just to need to complete it to get some kind of equipment or something like whatever. The output about this game is very pretty, and it's used a lot of time to make the cutscene. So I think it's a very good game in the quality. So and he's very just addicted, make people to addicted to it. So well, in this kind of a standard, I would think it's the best game that I played in these years. But the while the wind meets, it will not go to the GOTY just because that, well, and he's too late for the nominate maybe. But well, I think it's very worthwhile to play, and I think I recommend it to the people that you want addition to the game, so you have to you have to pay a lot of time to it. So I recommend it for all the players that really like game. And well, that's some small things in this game I should warn you, because then you will be killed by the goose for the first time. Maybe I think you first die because of a goose, because that I was killed by the goose. In this game, the goose is so strong, and it's like a chicken, like the chicken in the Legend of Zelda. So, well, hope you have a happy game life. So, see you next time. Bye bye.